Legal loopholes. Credit repair tactics exposed. Chapter 7. This one's going to be a short chapter. Chapter 7. Tricks of the trade. When dealing with the disputing process, timing is an element that is most definitely proven to be beneficial. Timing is critical in every facet of life, but as far as the disputing process goes, I will share with you a simple but highly effective tip. You first need to understand that the credit bureaus have specific timelines that must be adhered to per the FCRA. They have 30 days to investigate and respond to a disputing concerning inaccurate information. This is where timing can make the difference between having an account deleted on the first attempt and saving you time, which is money. The holiday shopping season is the ideal time to file disputes with the credit bureaus. This reason starts with Black Friday, which is the day after Thanksgiving and ends on New Year's Day. This is the most chaotic and profitable season for retailers. It must be understood that there is an immense amount of credit issued during this season as well as a lot of credit used. Shoppers are also making a lot of returns on unsatisfactory or unwanted products that they were purchased using credit cards. All this spending equates to a very hectic environment as well as a heavy workload for creditors and the good people at the credit bureaus and collection agencies. There are potentially millions of new accounts being reported to the bureau during these months of the holiday season. During the Thanksgiving weekend alone, there were 226 million shoppers who spent $52.5 billion in retail sales. A great deal of these purchases were made online or through credit cards, of course. With all the seasonal chaos going on with your creditors and at the credit bureaus, the last thing on their to-do list is making your disputes a top priority. Keep in mind that once a dispute is filed to them, they have to notify the creditor, which in return has 30 days to verify the debt. In many cases, the original creditor has lost track of your original agreement, or if it is an older account, it has been stored in their archives, making it that much harder to respond within the time restraints. This is the ideal situation for you, and it is definitely a legal loophole worth taking advantage of. And then this is just, it's not in the book, but I thought I'd read it to you because it's a pretty good tip, which is when you're dealing with disputing and you're sending in your letters, it says, don't make the fatal mistake of giving too much information. When a person calls the creditor or writes out the long story of what happened and why, it says they are sabotaging their success. Do not admit fault or guilt. Don't say, I made a mistake. I didn't know better at the time. My bookkeeper messed up. Or I was tricked and deceived. If you do, you are cementing the bad mark into your credit report and will not be able to get it deleted for a very, very long time. Thought that was interesting. And then here's another one that has to do with collection agencies. It says, before you pay that collection, there's something you should know. Many people seem to believe that paying the collection will remove it from their credit report. Not only are they wrong, but it's even worse than they think. Paying a collection will not improve your FICO score either. FICO scores predict whether or not you'll default 90 days or more on a credit obligation. If you defaulted once, then you're more likely to default again. A collection is proof of your past default. Once you've defaulted, then that collection will stay on your credit report for 7 years, paid or not. In fact, paying it extends the 7-year mark from the date you last paid on your creditor to the date you paid the collection agent. So if your last payment to the creditor was in 2010, then your collection would drop off in 2017. But if you pay it off in 2016, then it will be there until 2023. So, if you pay or not, it's still bad. So, best move is just to pay it off to get it out of the way. But, times are tough, and if you just don't have the money to pay it, you definitely want to get it removed. And some of these methods will definitely work for it. Anyway, I just wanted to share that as well because I thought that was pretty cool.